Defense attorneys say they initially received an inferior quality copy of the video and didn't get the higher quality video until the evidence portion of the case was over. Joining us to discuss this trial is attorney Sam Adams Jr. Hey, Sam.
Good morning. How are you guys?
Good morning,
Good.
Sam.
Good to see you. So why is the quality of this video, is this splitting hairs? Is this as big a deal as the defense is making it sound?
Well, with everything that I've seen on this, it very well could be exactly how you described it, as meaningless. On the other hand, if it actually does show things on the prosecution's version that the defense was never made privy to, such as him raising a gun and pointing it, or him saying something or doing something with his hands that provoked this, because that now is the entire prosecution case, I could see somebody saying it is. I do not expect the judge to grant this, but people have to keep in mind, in order to appeal a case, many times you have to ask for a mistrial to show prejudice before you get to the appellate court. So this is something lawyers commonly do.
Sam, this is the first time we've been talking to you since the Rittenhouse trial started. As a defense attorney, how do you think the defense did in this case? And do you think it's any indication how long the jury's been out?
Well, I do not think it's an indication as far as how long the jury's been out. It can go a myriad of ways. You guys remember M. Blagojevich, they were out 17 days, and everybody had a theory on that, and this is going to be no different. As far as the defense did in this case, I think they did a decent job. I believe that putting Kyle on the stand was a must, because people have to remember, when it comes to self-defense, the only thing that is important is what's in the mind of the defendant at the moment he pulls the trigger in those separate incidences. And so I think they've done an adequate job. The real case is the video, which is what it's obviously coming down to in that jury room.
So if that's the case, Sam, and we talked about this with Terry Sullivan, if the only thing that matters is what the defendant was perceiving, the level of danger, why is the prosecution arguing that they should dismiss that because this Rittenhouse put himself in a position that he shouldn't have been in?
In Wisconsin, as well as in Illinois, there's a specific exception to that. And the exception is a defendant's mental state is very important unless he was the one that first caused the issue. He was the one to provoke all of this. Then you have to, he's not allowed to use the self-defense. Now, in this particular case, that's why the defense is fighting so hard on that video, because the prosecution is saying that shows the provocation.
Interesting. And then we heard the judge criticizing the news coverage. He's, second-guessing legal experts who are questioning his decisions. I guess, legal experts like yourself would fall in that category. What is that uncommon, or do you think how do you think the judge has been in this case?
Well, one thing I think we have to keep in mind here is, I know a lot of people are angry because they perceive the justice system as favoring one side of society over the other. And as a defense lawyer, but also as just a community member, we want our judges to be fair. We shouldn't be asking judges to not be fair because others in society haven't been given their rights. What we should be doing is saying we want more rights for everybody so that we have an equal playing field. In my humble opinion, this judge has been very good. I wish he was this way, whether the defendant was white, whether the defendant was black, whether the defendant was Puerto Rican. This is how I think the justice system should be, where we have fairness across and making judgments based on the law, not on feelings or political perspective.
All right, Sam Adams Jr., always good to talk to you. Thanks for your insight.
Thanks for being with us, Sam.
Always good to be here.
All right.
Here's a look at some of the other stories.